if you're really close to being done copying these down, finish copying them down. If you still have several, please take a picture of it so that we can actually start to get some example problems up. I will make sure that all of these are posted in Canvas for you. They're also in your book, too, if you guys ever want to crack your book open. All right. I'm going to put up our first example problem. We are going to work on finding some exact values. What do I mean when I say exact values? What types of things do I not want to see if I say exact values? No decimals. Either needs to be in fraction form or radical form. We'll simplify it as much as possible, but no decimals for this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put up our first two examples. So I want to find the exact value for cosine of pi over 4 plus cosine of pi over 6. Do we know what cosine of pi over 4 is? What is cosine of pi over 4? Radical 2 over 2. Okay, I'm going to bring down my addition sign here. Do we know what cosine of pi over 6 is? What is it? Yep, root 3 over 2. Is it possible for me to simplify this? Can I combine those two fractions together? Yep. I have a common denominator, so I can put it all over 2. What would my numerator be? Close. Yeah. It's going to be square root of 2 plus square root of 3. We can't add those radicals together underneath the radical sign. If we were multiplying them, then we could multiply what's underneath the radicals together, and we could get radical 6. But when we're just adding them, there's no way to simplify further than that. So I would leave it just like this. Let's go look at number 2. Do you know what the tangent of 60 degrees is? Square root of 3. Drop my plus sign down here. What about tangent of 225 degrees? 1. Can I simplify it any more than that? Not without using decimals. So that would be my final answer right there. That is exact form. All right. Did these problems here use any of the formulas that I had you guys write down? No. I'm taking cosine of an angle plus cosine of another angle, or tangent of an angle plus tangent of another angle. Here's the difference between when we do need those formulas and when we don't. Here we didn't need them because we know these exact values. Do we know the exact value for sine of 15 degrees? That's not one of the ones on our unit circle, is it? Mm-hmm. It is equal to sine of pi over 12. You're absolutely correct, Pedro. He just converted it into radians from degrees. I want to try to think about things on the unit circle that if I were to add or subtract them together, I could come up with 15 degrees. Are there any degree markings around the unit circle that might be helpful?
45 minus 30.
You said 45 minus 30? Okay, so let's rewrite sine of 15 degrees as sine of, and now I'm going to put this inside parentheses because it's the angle that I want to simplify. 45 degrees minus 30 degrees. I like these because these are on my unit circle. Am I doing sine of 45 degrees minus sine of 30 degrees? Is this like the previous screen, examples 1 and 2? No. I am messing around with the angle on the inside, but I only have sine one time. So I need to use one of my formulas. Do I want addition or subtraction? Subtraction. So use subtraction formula for sine. When you look at the two formulas, the addition and the subtraction formula for sine, they're almost identical, right? It's sine of the first angle, cosine of the second angle, sine of the second angle, cosine of the first angle. For the subtraction formula for sine, what goes in between them? Subtraction. So it's going to be sine of alpha cosine of beta minus sine of the other one cosine of the first one. So I'm going to do sine of 45 degrees cosine of 30 degrees minus sine of 30 degrees cosine of 45 degrees. Do you see how in this first expression I have both of the angles? And in the second expression, I have both of the angles, but they're with the opposite trig function. Are you guys noticing both of those? Okay. What is cosine of 45 degrees? Yep, what's sine? My apologies. What's sine of 45 degrees? Square root of 2 over 2. What's cosine of 30 degrees? You said what? Square root of 3 over 2. What am I doing between these two trig functions? Multiplying them. Minus sine of 30 degrees. Yep, 1/2. Cosine of 45 degrees. Square root of 2 over 2. We will pick up here tomorrow, and we will finish finding that exact value. Have a fantastic rest of your day, guys.